What is it that brought you into work with us?
So I was experiencing back pain in my lower back, which was a huge obstacle in basically every part of my life. The pain was reverberating all the way down my leg. I was feeling it in my foot. I felt it when I walked. I felt it when I got out of bed, when I sneezed. I'm a coach at Speakeasy of Strength in Gowanus, and especially because of my job, the setbacks became even, greater and bigger, and I wasn't able to demo things exactly the way I wanted to demo them.
What is it that you were most afraid of when we were first starting our work together?
I was the most scared of you telling me that I had to stop doing, certain exercises, or I wasn't going to be able to demo all the things that I'm supposed to be able to demo at my job. But also, one of the things I adore about my job and what I do is that I'm able to incorporate all the things that make me feel strong and powerful, like, kettlebells and weightlifting in general, into what I do every day. And I was afraid of you telling me that I had to stop doing certain things that would lead to me not feeling as powerful.
So after you started your work with us, what did you notice was unique or different about our approach to care?
I think the thing that was most important and kind of applied to me the most was the holistic approach that you take and that you bring into every session. Like when we start, you do like a full inventory on not only how my body is feeling, but how, sleep and mental health factors and all those things play into different kinds of injuries and how you're feeling. And I think that is, incredibly unique about your practice.
How did you notice that our work together was actually working to solve your problem?
Before I started to come to you, I would demo like a kettlebell swing or a deadlift, and it was so painful, just one rep. And I remember a couple weeks or months into us working together, I demoed a swing in class and I was like, oh my God, it didn't hurt. I was like, that's amazing. And then a few days later, I remembered I got out of bed and I started, making my coffee and I walked my dog and I was like, oh my God, it didn't hurt when I got out of bed. And then I sneezed and I was like, oh my God, it didn't hurt when I sneezed. So, it took a few weeks or a month or something like that, but every part of my life was affected by our work together in the best way.
What is life looking like now that your problem is solved?
I think it's taken the fear out of like everything I do. Like I used to be so scared of any kind of like unfamiliar movement or doing something that I anticipated would aggravate my back. And now I'm basically back to doing everything I was doing. I'm swinging, I'm deadlifting, I'm getting out of bed without any pain, I'm getting off the sofa without any pain, I'm sneezing and coughing without any pain. And it's really just like an extra like level of freedom.
What would you tell somebody with low back pain like this to look for in a physical therapy provider, and why would you recommend the game plan to them?
You're incredibly invested in your clients in a way that I've heard about other people going to other, offices and practices where they're seeing multiple different people in an hour and they're like leaving the room and then coming back, and it's like you don't do that and you give the full hour of attention to that one client, and that's a rarity. My name is Chloe Fields, and I turn my setback into a comeback with the help of the Game Plan Physical Therapy.